Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Vicki Chats podcast. I have Norm Johnson in the studio with me today, ladies and gentlemen. At the Family YMCA of Blackhawk County, building a stronger community means much more than providing a place to exercise each and every day. The YMCA helps children learn, families thrive, individuals improve their lives, and neighbors connect through programs designed to support people at every stage of life. Welcome back to the Community Pulse, the YMCA Series, Episode 7 with Executive Director Norm Johnson. Welcome, Norm.
Well, thank you so much. It's great to be back. I can't believe it's 7 episodes.
I know, right? It's amazing. Thank you so
Yeah,
much.
no, thank you. I appreciate it.
My pleasure. So when you think about the YMCA's mission, Norm, what part of it feels most important to you personally right now?
Yeah, I would say definitely those last 2 words of our mission statement is for all, and that replicates really what the YMCA does. We're here for everyone, regardless of age, race, creed, religion, ability, and including ability to pay. And so I think those are our opportunities that we make sure the YMCA is scalable, it's affordable, it's available for everyone that comes in. I think that's pretty special.
Oh, very special. And what has been one of the most memorable moments you've experienced at the YMCA over the past year?
And there's been a lot of them, but I would say it really comes down to this revisioning project and taking a dream and bringing it to finality, and all the things that we were able to touch and include in this project, from parking lots to locker rooms to multiple wellness centers, certainly to the child development center. The ease of accessibility in every one of those pieces were part of the driving force. So even the door to the track seems simple, but now everybody has the opportunity not to go up and down stairs, but to be able to move right through. And so, again, I couldn't be prouder of what our facilities are and how they are able to help support our members.
Exactly. And what motivates you on the busiest days when your schedule is packed from morning to night?
Yeah. So, there's a lot of things that I can stay motivated at, but motivation can somewhat be temporary. So, to me, having the discipline of getting up, working out, the discipline of going through my checklist, discipline of making sure I'm doing what the YMCA needs, what our community needs, certainly what my staff needs. Those are the pieces that really help me stay focused. The motivation comes from seeing the members, seeing the kids. I said to the staff, we had a couple little kids leaving summer day camp, and they were so excited about they got to be in the pool that day, and they did this and that. They're telling their mom and dad in the corner, and they were just their little squeaky voices. And I turned, I said, this is why I do what I do. It's for those moments that continue to keep us motivated.
That's profound. So is there a YMCA program that has given or has grown or evolved in a way that surprised you?
I think our early learning centers, I don't know if surprise is the right word, because we knew that we could be really good at these in this area, and it's a huge need. I think the fact that we are full in those areas where we hadn't been in the past, I think those are very proud moments. Certainly the amount of people we have in our group exercise programs, we're at an all-time high with that. And so those are expectations, but again, very proud moments that we're able to continue to reach benchmarks, if you will. And I think those are the things that when they happen, I think more than anything else are the good pieces.
Beautiful. So what qualities do you see in YMCA staff members that make the greatest difference in people's lives?
Yeah, there's a for 31 years I've been in leadership with the YMCA, and you always wanted to have the greatest rock star in every department, and I think that's great. But what I recognize is not all rock stars play well together. Not not all
Right.
rock stars interact with members well. You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
they don't appreciate the fans, and the fans are our members.
Yeah.
And so I think that that's the most important part to me. Are they able to embrace what we do as an organization? Are they able to embrace the mission of what we do, that we're servant leaders, that our members come first, and leaders eat last? I think those are things that we have to continue to keep working on. And so that's a culture of staff that they need to be rock stars in what they do and have knowledge and so forth. We can train that up. The passion for the passion for the mission, the passion for putting others first, that is hard to train.
Yes. And if you could introduce every resident of Black Hawk County to one YMCA experience, what would it be?
Oh, goodness. I think it would, I would love to be able to say it's one of our 60 fitness classes.
Yes.
And because they're very uplifting, whether you're nervous about attending class we can't make you do anything you can't do, and we find ways to help you get through classes,
Right.
or to if you need a little bit more intensity, or we have ways to find all those areas to really make that class yours.
Yes.
So I think that is
Nice.
if I could have everybody experience something like that, that would be really important.
I love it. So what life lesson have you learned from the children and families you serve?
I think staying excited,
Yeah.
realizing these little kids are, trying to keep that little kid in all of us. I think that's, to me, I think that's really important of what we
Right.
do. You've heard my 1,000 times over, I've said, healthy aging does not start at 55.
Yeah.
And so getting good habits, getting kids introduced to whether it's healthy eating or movement or character values, all those things is how I think that if we can keep those things going, character counts doesn't stop at 18. It's lifelong learning, and so those are all important things to remember, to keep the kid in us and follow those pieces.
There you go. I love it. So how do you measure success at the YMCA beyond membership numbers?
Yeah, I love that. Impact and metrics. I mean, goodness, those are really important. But the member success is how we're able to retain our members, the feedback that we get from members, the relationships that we're able to build.
Yes.
There is the stories that we're able to hear. Those are all. That's truly, I think, how we are able to measure success. We need the numbers, we need the metrics, and we need those things to be sustainable.
Yeah.
But those, the outcomes are the stories and the members and the successes that we're able to share with the members, and that's important.
Yes. And so looking ahead, what excites you most about the future of the Family YMCA of Black Hawk County?
Well, I think we've had a long, we've had 4 years to get ourselves in a position where we feel we're sustainable right now, and that's great. Now, I think the part that excites me is there are a number of partners in the community, whether they're nonprofit partners or for-profit partners, that we can do more together. And again, keeping our doors open, our relationships open, our thoughts open of how we can work together to bring about more success, better outcomes, put egos away. Those are the things that I get really excited about, that people see us as a valued partner, and we see other people as valued partners. And I see a lot more of that coming our way.
And the YMCA often talks about strengthening communities. What does that look like in practical, everyday terms?
Yeah, again, I think we give people confidence. I think we hopefully are a good start to their day, or a good finish to their day. I think that how we're taking care of kids, especially the summer day camp. We've got 230 kids in 5 day camps across between Grundy County and Black Hawk County, and those are phenomenal numbers. But it's more than the numbers; it's what these kids are able to do every single day, and not be and still enjoy coming in,
Right.
not seeing kids having to drag, or mom and dad having to drag kids in,
Right.
but kids are dragging mom and dad in. So drop me off and go.
Yeah. And many families, of course, are balancing work, school activities, and
Yep.
family responsibilities. How does the YMCA help reduce some of those pressures?
Well, again, by being there for, we have fairly decent long hours. We from 7 to 5:30 is where we're at with those pieces in there. We make sure we're trying to have programs available for all, for all abilities, but all different kind of programming areas. I think sometimes we're also that place where we can just slow down, take a breath, enjoy family together, and recognize that mom and dad don't have to do it all. Here's another partner that will help, that we trust, and we'll be able to do some of these other things too.
Exactly.
So, yeah.
And so why is it so important for the YMCA to serve people across all age groups rather than focusing on just one population?
Yeah, again, I think that is, it's a big bite to chew, but again, we're truly here for all. So having, from infant to our seniors, I just think that transgenerational really is a pretty cool piece of what the YMCA has. And so, again, making sure we're having programs that include everybody. And like I said, that's a tall task sometimes, but that's, if we try to focus so closely, then we're leaving so many people out that are looking for that connection, if you will.
Right. So volunteerism has always been part of the Y's culture. So what opportunities exist for people who want to give back?
Well, again, we're a volunteer-led organization. I report to a board of directors, and they kind of help lead the way of where we're at. We have volunteers from everything, that volunteers that work in programs, policy volunteers. We have volunteers that help do some physical work as far as our upgrade in our facilities, whether it's painting or a little bit of gardening, or coming in and reading to kids. So, I mean, there is a ton of different things our volunteers can do, and hopefully find it really rewarding. Special events like we're going to talk about the triathlon, or last week we were at the Felix Grundy days, and volunteers that were at the 5K or the 10K or the 5K, and in the parade and all. Again, there's nothing that we can't really offer from volunteers.
Exactly. And how does the YMCA create a sense of belonging for people who may be new to the area or looking for a way to build connection?
Well, I think it really has to start with our staff team. And we recognize that it's incredibly important we greet people when they come in, that the staff can help a little bit with some of those connections. I think my morning groups and those coffee groups that, sometimes they might exercise for 5 minutes and drink coffee for 30. And, but again, that's their social well-being, whether it's a group exercise class, or whether it's somebody in a weight room that you see and you kind of nod and notice and continue to build the relationship. You may never know the name, but you just know it's this guy or this gal, and hey, how are you doing today? And so again, we don't, that sense of community, that camaraderie is really important of what a YMCA is about. And, it's hard when headphones are on and we miss some of that. We have some of that isolation, but we really try to break through some of that.
Right. I love it. So the YMCA offers programs for physical, mental, and social well-being. Why is it important to address all three of these areas together?
Well, again, that triangle, that healthy spirit, mind, and body is if you're lagging on one, then the other two are also still going to suffer. So, and I think, when you talk about physiologically, you can't just do one without having some of the other. So you start moving, all of a sudden endorphins kick in, you have you finish a task and it's like, oh, I feel better about myself, and that's really important. So all those things really kind of turn in, and like I said, I think that's the coolest part. when we talk about the spirit piece sometimes, well, spirit means a lot of different things, but you
Yes.
accomplish something and it's
Right.
like, oh, hey, now you know what? I did this and I feel good about it. Now I can
Yes.
maybe mentor somebody, or I'm just feeling
Oh,
better about myself. And so I'm going to be
yes.
better to, whether it's a better parent, better friend,
There you
a
go.
better kid. It's just all those
Yes.
pieces.
I love it. Can you share how partnerships with local schools, businesses, and organizations help extend the YMCA's impact?
Yeah, I mean, schools, we are, partners in education with both the Waterloo schools, the Cedar Falls schools, the
Mm-hmm.
Grundy schools. Those are incredibly important. We recognize that, again, we're helping provide, whether it's for before and after school care.
Mm-hmm.
That's a huge piece, and we help with the summer learning loss programming in the summer, that we are making sure we are doing some additional pieces, so our teachers aren't having to start over in August, September.
Right.
But those partnerships really, I mean, the schools are doing the same thing. The schools are
Mm-hmm.
trying to develop young people. They're developing their staff teams.
Exactly.
They're leading with limited resources, and
Mm-hmm.
I think those are all really important. I look at other nonprofits out there that, how do we do, if we're doing similar things, how do we do similar things better? And I think those are all just pieces of what schools, other nonprofits, even other for-profits continue to see.
Yes. And for someone who hasn't visited the YMCA in years, what might surprise them about what the organization offers today?
I think, again, we get past a swimming gym. Now we have to do that swimming gym really, really well. It's the core of why people come in here. But
Yes, yes.
I think they also were able to see some of the other impacts that we have, whether it's childcare, whether it's the social atmosphere that we create through there. Um, the facilities are really set up for everyone. The accessibility is really important. So those to me, excuse me, those to me are the pieces that really stand out, I believe, if somebody walks in the facility.
There you go. So the YMCA Sprint Triathlon returns September 13th at George Wyth State Park. How has this event grown since its very first year?
Well, I mean, so we have, I think our first year we were roughly 90 athletes. Last year we were over 140 athletes.
Yes.
We would love to see close to 200. And I think we're looking a little bit of a, that's a lot of people.
Yeah.
And that's a lot of people in waves. And when I say in waves, I don't mean just the water, but I mean,
right.
As they're in the water or on a bike or on a trail, as they're going through the other elements on that. But it's man, the triathlon is something so cool. You talk about building spirit, whether it's a bucket list that I didn't think I could really do this and I did, or hey, now I'm kind of hooked on it and I want to do it a little bit better.
Right.
I always love the engagement and the support the other athletes have for each other. So, I think to me, those are the really cool pieces of what that triathlon does.
Yes, I love it so much. And participants who register before July 31st receive a commemorative pint glass and a complimentary beverage after the race. Why do small touches like that help make the event memorable?
Well, as we kind of look at, there's a lot of self-gratification for just accomplishing something.
Yes.
And I always say, it's amazing what people will do for a t-shirt. So, but I do think that, all right, you can only have so many t-shirts or so many trophies. And what can we do a little bit different? And, an everyday water glass or a beverage glass. Or let's do something a little bit different here. So I think, any of those reminders that we can have helps hopefully reignites a memory, and it's a real positive memory. And so it's not just the glass or it's not just the t-shirt, it's the callback to what happened during that time. And our hope is 99% of the time, if not all the time, it's realized with a fond memory.
Oh, that's beautiful. And I'd like to take a moment to congratulate those who entered the contest and won the 3 free entries to the triathlon. Susan Friedman, She was
Well,
up.
okay.
She was up on stage receiving an award last
Yes,
year.
she
So
was.
you know she will be
Yeah.
again. And Micah Smith
Oh, yeah.
and Nicholas Koloff.
Oh,
Yes.
all right. You know, all right, good.
Yes. We're so excited. And of course, I love to MC that event.
Yeah.
It's so much fun. I just can't wait. So relay teams continue to be a popular option. What have you seen happen when friends, coworkers, or family members tackle the race together?
Well, again, I think it's no different. We do something together.
Mhm.
There's a little bit of a sense of, hey, you kind of have my back. We'll do this, and then we identify what are our strengths. And so, you know, I'm not a very strong swimmer, but you know, hey, so and so is. Maybe instead of me trying to do it all, I'll do this piece of it and feel better about that. And so, I know that our relays. I mean, I think we times 10 last year from what we had the first year, and I anticipate we'll probably see another exponential growth in the relay piece in that too. And I think again, it's how we find something for everyone and a small piece that people can participate. Instead of having roadblocks, let's find avenues to help everyone enjoy.
Yes. And I love George Wyth. What makes George Wyth State Park such a great venue for triathlon? Oh,
goodness. I think, you know, that it has everything we need in there. It's a beautiful park. It's well kept.
Yes.
It's a safe, really a safe environment to be able to have that park in. I just think, you know, the part I love is we bring, you know, we had people from 8 different states last year. 70% of our people were from out of county. And so talk a little bit about a tourism experience. You know, hey, this is nice. I wouldn't mind coming back here and camping, or, you know, they've never been to Waterloo, Cedar Falls. And when after the event, they go somewhere to watch TV or to watch a game, or the night before they stayed in here. So, I mean, again, I think it just helps spotlight what we have in our community.
Exactly. And many people are familiar, obviously, with running races, but not triathlons.
Right.
What skills or preparation should first-time participants focus on the most?
Yeah. Calm. Don't get so excited where you're losing all your oxygen right away, right? You know, I think those are pieces, but you know, know your limits and know your training, and you know, try to find that pace that's going to keep you consistent and finish the race. That's
there you go.
That's all you can do.
I love it. So what role do volunteers play in making race day successful?
Well, again, a huge role for really the energy piece. The safety piece, I think, is one of the most important parts of what we do with that. You know, making people just feel at ease, helping take care of the transitions. Those are really, really challenging pieces, and just, you know, making sure that everybody knows where they're going, what they're doing. You know, when you're a little bit short of breath and not everything's registering for you, you don't want to have to sit there and figure too many things out.
Right.
And our volunteers make it really hit the easy button, hit the easy button, hit the easy button. And it really has a lot to our volunteers. And there's a lot of planning that happen. And it's, again, a volunteer-led committee that are a committee of experts that really, they just do a fantastic job, and they're a pleasure to really work with.
Yeah, there you go. So as race day approaches, what's your message to anyone who's been thinking about signing up but hasn't taken that first step yet?
Yeah, I'd say do it. You know, we can sit there and contemplate, yes, no, and so just do it. And once you sign up, guess what? Now you're committed, and now you start taking the steps of preparation. And just because you sign up doesn't mean you have to win. Doesn't mean you have to. There's so much pride for just finishing a race, finishing what you said you're going to do. So again, it's a new skill. I've never done something before. It can be a little bit challenging. We see this in our life all the time, but you know, you get through it, and typically it's not as bad as you thought it was going to be. We always sit there and worry about pieces that never come to fruition.
Right.
And just do the darn thing.
Just do it. So Norm, if someone listening today wants to learn more about the YMCA's programs, childcare, youth sports, wellness opportunities, volunteer opportunities, or the September Triathlon, what's the best way for them to get connected?
Well, we're a people-based organization, so I would say please come in, take a tour, visit with some of our staff. Really that's really important. We have a nice website that will show a lot of different avenues of what we do, but it's on pictures, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
to see this firsthand, and I think then you'll be able to feel the vibes
Yes.
of who we are and what we do firsthand too. I think those are really important entities to really understand what we are as an organization.
Exactly. 669 South Hackett Road in Waterloo, 319
233
3531.
There we go.
There we go. All right. Any closing thoughts?
No, again, just to appreciate seventh. I can't believe 7 episodes of this.
Know,
this has been great.
Yes.
And again, I appreciate the opportunity just to be able to share our mission, share what we do in the community. And man, we would love to see you at the YMCA.
There you go. Thank you so much, Norm.
Thank you.
Yes, my pleasure. Have a great day, ladies and gentlemen.
Bye-bye.
Bye.